before I go on any further, I better clean up this area, because as you can see, I made a serious mess. I'm sure my old lady's going to get mad at me. But anyway, next thing, we're doing barbecue chicken, again in the slow cooker. This is a 6 to 8 hour cooking time on low. Okay, the barbecue chicken asks for 4 to 6 breasts. I did say breasts, didn't I? Some of y'all love that. You're looking at 2 cups of cubed potatoes, looking at 1 cup of chopped carrots, 1 cup of mushrooms, which I'm not adding because I don't dig mushrooms, and I know my other family members don't. Abby might nibble on them, but I don't like mushrooms. I would do like cream of mushroom. No, that tastes real good with beef, but this is a different thing, and again, I don't like big mushrooms, so I'm gonna replace it with an extra cup of potatoes. We're using a ½ cup of diced onions, 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 1 bottle of barbecue sauce. I went with Sweet Baby Ray's hickory brown sugar, because again, sugar makes everything yummy. There it is right there. And basically, I'm going to start out with my flour. And the reason I'm doing my flour first is because I want this to loosen inside. That looks about right. Yeah, that's about 2 of them right there. So, I think we got it. So, there's my flour. The next thing I'm going to do is my potatoes. Again, just trying to get all that stuff in there. My chicken was already in there from the get-go. We're looking at 1 cup of carrots. Let me just check my other recipe to see if I need any more carrots in that one. Nope, we're good. So this is the 2 cups of carrots that I figured roughly, handfuls. Boom. So there's some carrots. We're looking at the minced garlic. And again, I am out of order of the way I said the sequence of what the stuff goes in, but this is how I want it to go in. I probably should have put the garlic in along with the powdered stuff, but that's alright. Because on top, we're going to be busting out with the barbecue sauce. And that's about it. So basically, you're going to have to squeeze out the whole thing of barbecue sauce and stick it in there. That is the bottle, and it is not me. But anyway, you get the idea, and then you basically take all the air out of these bags that I've been making and freeze them. Stick them in the freezer. Take them out the night before you want to use one. Let it thaw out. And then stick it in your slow cooker for the time it needs to cook. And then you should have a yummy meal, I'm hoping. Alright, well, I'm going to take the rest of this out and not waste video on me squirting little, cutting the cheeses or farts or whatever you want to call it. Bye. Alright, this recipe is going to be teriyaki chicken. It's going to be 4 to 6 hours on a low temperature, slow cooking. I already added the chicken. Again, this is anywhere from 5 to 6 pieces of chicken breasts. And I added my cornstarch already because this actually asked for quite a bit of cornstarch. It was 4 teaspoons of, you know what, teaspoons. They almost look too much. I'm taking some of it out. I believe I had too much in there. So it's all eyeball for me, but it is spread out in there, so maybe it isn't quite that much. But 2 teaspoons, I still think that's a little bit rich. Alright, 4 teaspoons, sorry, of cornstarch is already in there along with the chicken. So we're going to go with a ½ cup of diced onion. Let me double check. Yep, I still need more, so I still got some onion over there. Got another recipe I'm still doing, so like I said, I like onion, so I don't care if it's a little over. So I am putting a big old handful in there. A couple more pieces. Because again, I like onion. Onion sweetens things up. It really does make sauces different. Now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of the minced garlic again. What's nice is all the things that I basically picked up today were for the same types of recipes, so they changed very slightly, but just enough that the food, of course, tastes different. I'm going to leave that in there just in case. And we are looking at ½ cup of honey, which I'm going to eyeball it again. ½ cup of honey. It's about 2 teaspoons. See what we got in there. I say a little bit more. Again, the cute little bear can't lie. Most people like it. Honey. So there we go. I'm going to say that's about it. And then we're looking at ketchup. So we're looking at a ¼ cup ketchup. Oof. A little bit of backfire there. And yes, it was the bottle, not me. ¼ cup roughly. More for some measure. Okay. Looking at a ½ cup of soy sauce on this one again. So with this one, it's a little bit hard to eyeball it by just splashing it into the bag, so I'm going to kind of ½ cup it myself over here. More like a cup is what that one is. That one's a lot this time. So I'm not going to add all of it. I'm going to put some of it back. Left a little bit behind. And we're looking at 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So there's 1. There's 2. Looking at a ½ tablespoon of cayenne pepper. So this I would be careful with. Don't go too crazy. Unless you like things spicy. I kind of do, so. Mine was more like about a teaspoon. It says a ½ teaspoon, but it says add to the sauce at the end the cayenne pepper. I'm just putting it in because I assume this is just a dump type situation. The starch is in there, and then we're looking at a ⅓ cup water. So just give me a minute. So there it is. I dumped out my soy sauce, put it back in my jar, use the soy sauce cup with a little bit of water. Alright, this is a 4 to 6 hour cooking time on this particular one. On a low heat again. And pretty much you saw it. You've taken all the air out of this sucker. And slow cooking it. Freeze it. Take it out the night before. And slow cook it for when you're at work. There you go. We got a couple more coming. I'll have to end this video. And we'll do another one. So keep your eyes open for the rest of it to see the results.